Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Michelle from Michelle V Park Design. I'm so glad you could join me today. We're back doing another episode of No Glue Required, and today we're going to make some baby themed cards. I'm also going to show you that pattern cardstock, or pattern paper for that matter, isn't just for backgrounds. So please stick around. Join me down at that craft table. Let's get this project started. Welcome to my crafting table, everyone. Just like last time on No Glue Required, we started off with our stand-in note card, which measures 5.5 by 4.25 inches wide. It's just a flat piece of cardstock, A2 size, nothing fancy. This is going to be our landing zone for all the parts and pieces I prepared ahead of time. And if you're new to this No Glue Required series, just know there's no ink blending, no stamping, no die cutting, and definitely no glue. The whole premise behind this series is that I want to show you the dry fit process of the actual card building and planning stage of card making. So with that said, let's introduce you to all the parts and pieces for our baby themed cards. We have lots of cute little onesies, as well as this sweet little sentiment strip, which is pre-printed and die cut using Gina K Designs 1/4 inch sentiment strip die. We're working in shades of turquoise and pink because I think those are lovely colors for baby themed cards. So to begin with, we're going to bring out a panel I prepared ahead of time featuring Gina K's Turquoise Sea. I teamed it up with a tranquil teal matte layer. So I'm going to center that panel on our note card as best I can. And then I'm going to bring out a die cut oval. And as mentioned earlier, pattern cardstock isn't just for backgrounds. I'm using this die cut oval as a grounding layer for my focal images. This is my turquoise and white buffalo plaid pattern, and I think it looks quite nice against Gina's turquoise sea. So I'm centering it on the panel, but moving it up a little closer to the top, leaving a bigger gap down here. And then I'm going to bring out that cute little sentiment strip, and I'm going to center that left and right on the card panel. Okay, oops. There we go. So there is the basic layout. Now I'm going to bring in a onesie die cut. This is from Newton's Nook, and I've embellished it with this tiny little heart, also colored in with Gina's tranquil teal. And I'm going to lay the onesie on the oval die cut slightly at an angle. And it's a choice because I wanted to break up all of those vertical and horizontal lines that we have on our grounding oval here. And it gives you a nice visual surprise. And there you have it, our first project in turquoise. Okay, we'll take those bits away. And I'm going to bring in a panel that I've already die cut with Gina's Master Layouts 2. And we're going to use this cardstock actually as a background. I'm going to reuse that matted layer. Well, would you look at that? Michelle doesn't have tranquil teal cardstock back there after all. And this is a good example where you don't have to have all of the things. Sometimes you can improvise. And all I did was take my tranquil teal ink direct to paper and colored in the outside of the cardstock so that I have the illusion that this whole piece behind my layer is tranquil teal. So again, for all of you new crafters out there, and you don't have all of the things yet, you can improvise and make do with what you've got. All right, so that is layered as best I can. And now I'm going to grab another grounding oval, which is white, and I've pre-stamped it with Oh Baby, also in the Tranquil Teal. I'm going to center that on my plaid background and bring in another onesie. And then this time I also die cut the onesie out of the patterned cardstock. So again, not just for backgrounds, not just for grounding layers, but also perfect for focal images. So we'll just lay that down into our oval. And then there's only one more piece I have left to add, and that of course is this cute little heart. And truth be told, these are the bits and pieces that fall out from my Gina K Design heart cover plate. And I hung on to all those little hearts and then color them in as I need them. So don't throw out all your leftovers either. They can always find a use for them. And there's our final card in the turquoise. Okay, time to play with the pink. We'll leave our note card down. I'm going to bring in a rectangle panel in pink. This has been stamped in bubblegum pink using Gina's gauze patterned background. I love the texture you get. And then I'm going to bring out another grounding panel, but this time it's rectangle, and I'm using my tiny flowers with pink background. I'm going to center it for starters. Now, as you can see, this rectangle is not proportionate to the larger rectangle behind. It wasn't designed to go together, but I want to show you how you can make it work. So I'm going to make my margins the same all the way around, left, right, and top, leaving a bigger gap at the bottom. And then I'm going to bring back, if I can find it, the little sentiment strip. And I'm going to center that underneath my grounding panel and just leave a whisper of the pink gauze pattern showing through. Bring it down just a titch. And now we have the illusion that they all go together. So we have an even margin all the way around. It's a little crooked, but you get the idea. And then I'm going to bring back the onesie in white with the pink heart. And I'm going to center that like so. And that is our first project, Pretty in Pink. So we can take those pieces away. We're not going to change it too much, but I am going to use another oval grounding shape, center it on that gauze stamped background, bring back my little onesie with the pink heart colored in, and then I'm going to center my little onesie vertically. You could also go diagonally if you preferred. It's crafter's choice, no hard and fast rules, right? And that is our final project, Pretty in Pink. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around, join me topside so we can do a proper goodbye. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Second episode of No Glue Required. I do hope you'll visit me next time because you just never know what I'm going to have on my craft table next. Until then, happy crafting. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. It really does mean the world. Did you enjoy the video? A like and a share would go a long way for my channel. If you aren't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd love to have you along for the ride. And so, before we meet again, head over to the community tab and show me how you are using patterned cardstock. Bye for now.